Hello, and I hope you're well. Here we are for tonight's Mindfulness Monday session. It's a half-hour-ish session of meditation, breath work, all sorts of things to help you relax, help you feel good. And today we've got a bit of a format, which obviously I'll explain again. We're going to start with a meditation for relaxation. Then we're going to go into a breathwork exercise. This is week 2 of 21 weeks of breathwork exercises. We're going to teach you a different one each week. They will all combine together within your meditation practice, within your breathwork practice, to really give you that control and that ability to use your breath to make changes and make differences in your life. So I'm looking forward to that journey with everyone. 21 weeks. It sounds a long time, but I'm sure it'll pass by quite quick. So let's begin today's session. Obviously, as always with these meditations, even if you've not done them before, there's nothing to do. Just follow the instructions to the best of your ability, and you'll get the most from it. I might ask you to picture or imagine stuff. If I do, then obviously all I'm asking you to do is think about it, however you think about it. So if I ask you right now to think about a dog walking down a road, down a pavement, and just imagine yourself there and that dog's going past you right now. However you do that, whether you could see it as an image or whether you just had the idea of it in your mind, that's all I'm asking you to ever do if I ask you to picture or imagine. And with these, if you get distracted, if your mind drifts off a little bit, then that's okay. Don't give yourself a hard time for it. Just bring yourself back into focus on what we're doing. Wonderful. So I'm going to ask you to have a stretch, have a fidget. And then when you're ready, we'll begin by taking 3 wonderful deep breaths together. Breathing in, hold it, and breathe out. Breathing in, hold it, and breathe out. Breathing in, hold it, and breathe out. And just relax. Return to your natural breath. That gentle rise and fall. Your own rhythm, your own tide. And tell yourself, I am going to relax. I am going to meditate. Sounds will not distract me. Everyday thoughts will not disturb me, they just pass by. Like clouds in the sky. And there really is nothing else for you to do. Just relax. We're going to use a meditation to start this session with that will both relax, help you de-stress, also help get your body's energy up and in balance and harmony. So what I want you to do is just imagine, just inside you, just inside from your belly button, a small ball of light. Now I don't know what color that light is for you that will allow you to really relax into this meditation whilst balancing your body's energy as well. So whatever color that is for you, just start to picture that ball of light. And as you breathe in, imagine you're drawing in light and energy from the world around you. As you breathe in, that ball expands. As you breathe out, it retracts. And with each breath, imagine you're breathing in literally through your heels. So you're taking a nice, good deep breath and then just gently releasing that. With each breath, that ball's getting bigger and bigger until maybe it's the size of a tennis ball, just glowing brightly there. Call that the home position. And now, just with your mind, just imagine, ease that ball of energy and light down from just below your belly button to the very base of your spine. Radiating that light, relaxing, balancing the body's energy, soothing and healing. And now in a moment, on the next up breath, just imagine as you breathe in that ball of light is moving all the way up your spine till it gets to the top of your head, to the crown of your head, radiating that light and that energy and that healing out as it goes, breathing it up the spine. Pause, and then as you release that breath, just allow it to sit there, radiating out that light and energy into the mind, into the head. And now send it down the front. As you're breathing out, imagine it descending down the front of you, down the front of your face, the throat, the chest, back down to that home position just behind the navel. And again, send it down to the bottom of the spine, breathing it up the spine, to the top of the head, and then breathing it back down, front, all the way to the home position. And all I want you to do is continue to circle that ball of light and energy, allowing it to illuminate your body, to radiate out, balancing the body's energies, bringing healing and relaxation. And continue on for a while, just circling that ball of energy within you. I'll join you in a moment. Bringing it up the back on the in-breath, pausing at the top of the head, and then on the out-breath, sending it down the front. And continue on. As you're circulating that ball of light, in time with your breathing and listening to my voice, you can relax even more, allowing that energy to balance, to heal. And notice how it starts to fill the body with light, radiant light. and continue a little longer. That's it. And then just wherever you are, bring it back into that home position. Allow that ball of energy to sit there. And then just allow yourself to come back, ready for today's breathwork section. Gently opening your eyes. Don't need to be fully alert. Just bring yourself back. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to look at two ways that we breathe naturally and how we can use them to increase and improve our own breath work. The first of these is going to be the sigh. And when we sigh, what happens is we take a doubly long length of breath in, and then we release it. It's almost indulgent. So it's like, and we quite often will make a noise when we sigh. And on average, we sigh, believe it or not, 12 times on average an hour. It's our body's way of getting oxygen to the finer parts of our lungs. And the first part of this breathwork exercise, though we're going to repeat it here, is to become more aware of when you sigh. And then rather than sighing just once, having a second or a third sigh just for the sheer joy and pleasure of it. So you might find you're out and about or at home and you're just like, and when you notice that, I want you to immediately take another double breath in. Do it again. So what we're going to do, we're going to do half a dozen sighs together. And I want you to, you're on mute. If you're at home listening to this, put everything into it. Really indulge in the joy of sighing. If you're out and about with this, you might want to wait just in case. We'll take a double deep breath in. And to find that, just notice what your breathing's doing at the moment. How far in are you breathing? And then all we're going to do is kind of double that length roughly. So we're going to do this half a dozen times just to get that feeling. And what sighing does, it energizes us. It's bringing more oxygen into the system, helps us feel less stressed. It's a really good thing to be doing. So taking that double breath in and just release and sigh, but really allow yourself to sigh. Let your whole body sigh. Make it a whole body experience. That kind of stretching that goes on with sighing, or that relaxing and letting go as you sigh. Just go for it. Breathing in again. Just let your whole body sigh and relax and really draw out that out breath. Taking another breath in. Breathing all the way out again. A couple of more times, breathing in. Just letting that sigh go. And yeah, it can feel a bit silly when you do it, but that's good, because if you're feeling a little silly, if you're feeling like laughing, you're relaxing. And so that's a good thing. And last one, just a nice double breath in. Big sigh. Just return to your natural breath. Just notice how you feel. Feel the energy in your body. Feel that oxygen in your body. Feeling a bit more alive, a little bit more awake. At the same time, feeling kind of centered in that. So the next part of this, we're going to bring the two parts together to make a final section on this. The next part is to yawn, which if you've just been doing Oh, excuse me. If you've just been doing the sighing exercise, you're probably going to find just the thought of yawning, as I just found out, is enough to set that yawn off. But yawning is also another good way that our body gets oxygen into the deepest part of our lungs, and we relax. We tend not to yawn if we're stressed. If we're in fight and flight mode and anxious, we tend not to yawn. Yawning is what we do when we can relax. And so, to trigger a yawn, there's a couple of things you can do. You kind of loosen your jaw off and wiggle it about whilst thinking about yawning, and kind of just moving your tongue in a way that kind of affects the back of your throat whilst thinking about your yawning. And when you yawn, make it a whole body. Really, you know what a good yawn feels like. We've all had one of those yawns where you go and breathe in and then you let it go, and the whole body just goes, and it's like it reaches out into the very tips of your fingers and your toes. So when you do this, we want you to, both with the sighing and the yawning, exaggerate. And I admit this isn't a practice, like I say, you're going to be doing in public so much, but it will benefit you by practicing this for a bit every day. So when you're doing it, really, you can be flamboyant with it. You can exaggerate the yawn, exaggerate the sigh. So you pretend to be and really stretch into that yawn and enjoy that yawn. Kind of feel it into the very tips of your toes. Again, make it an all-body experience. So we're going to do that, and the old thing of fake it till you make it. If you have to, fake the first one or two, I'm pretty well sure on the third one you'll find yourself yawning just by the just by the thought of it. So let's go for 3 really nice, big, enjoyable yawns. Just keep moving your jaw and thinking about a few breaths in, try and trigger that yawn. Breathe, try not to yawn. Really enjoy it. Enjoy that sense. Let your whole body get into that yawn. And again, just try to. We know how much a cat seems to enjoy yawning. We're going for that. So, a third one. Try and get. And then just notice how you're feeling. Stop a moment and just notice how just 2 or 3 yawns makes you feel more relaxed, more at ease, tension drifting from shoulders. And so is with the sighs. Every time you yawn, add an extra yawn. It's a really simple way of practicing this. You wake up in the morning and you're like, however you yawn in the morning, push for another one and really draw it out. When you're on the out breath of the yawn, even the one that's more natural, really push and hold that breath out. Really make the most of it. And I know it kind of sounds silly, but this is helping teach you to control your breathing, to take control of your breath, which then allows you to get into more advanced breath work, which then benefits your wellness and your meditation practice. So now comes the slightly trickier bit. We're going to combine the two. So on one hand, you're going to be doing the sigh, which is the double breath in, but also with the process of a yawn. So and it's amazing. I'm going to sit straight back up again because I can't believe how much I'm relaxing when I do that. For daily practice, you want to be doing this for 5 minutes to 10 minutes. 5 minutes as a minimum. If you do it at the end of a day, if you've had a stressful day, I promise you, by the time you've done 5 minutes of combining the yawn and the sigh together, you'll be like, what stress, what tension. It will literally be melting off you. In fact, you'll try to find it and find you cannot. It'll just be. And in fact, if you were doing it lying down, you'd probably find you nodded off. So we'll give that a go. We're going to combine. We're going to do just six together, and we're going to combine the sighing that with the yawn. Here goes. Breathing in. The yawn is oh yeah. It's probably going to sound ridiculous, but let's go for it. 5 more. Breathing in. That nice longer double breath. Sigh and yawn. Together. Just the effort of doing the third one is getting too much already. Do that longer. Double breath in, ready to sigh, and yawn again. Time. Just a few more. Breathing in. One more, because I don't think I'll be alert enough to carry on if I do any more than that. Breathing in, double breath. Sigh and yawn together. Let your body relax into it when you do it. Just really give it everything, make it, really exaggerate it, and enjoy that feeling, because what you're doing, you're on one hand you're energizing your body, so you're taking that extra oxygen in, which allows your body to create more energy, and at the other side of it, you're also relaxing. You're telling your body to let go, to relax, and what you find with this practice, and I've found it, and even after just going through it with you, just after going through it with you, it starts, initially you feel like you're forcing it, but after a while it becomes kind of automatic. And then you'll find, actually, when you decide to stop it, that maybe for about a minute or so afterwards, anytime you think about yawning or sighing, it'll trigger it off, but it does settle down. So that is our breathwork practice. The idea of these is, like saying, there's a little exercise each week that you can practice by yourself. With any of this, the more you practice, the more you're going to get out of it. This one does make you feel a bit silly when you're doing it, but I'm holding back that yawn as I'm thinking about explaining it. That sigh and yawn combined will help you shed loads of stress. It will help you deeply relax, but also energize your body as well. So give it a go. I say 5 to 10 minutes a day if you can. But if not, it's better to do some. Even if you just did 6, like we've just done, each day, to get that practice going. And then every time you notice yourself yawning or sighing during the day, double up on it. Do an extra one. We want to just get that kind of, we're teaching our bodies that release as we breathe out, as well as conditioning our lungs to be able to take in more oxygen. So it's a really good technique, even if you do feel slightly odd when you first start doing it. But that's okay, because the more you do it, the better it's going to make you feel. So, like I said, these are relatively short sessions. So we're going to go into our final meditation, which is going to be a loving kindness meditation. I will say, as some of you have found out, that a loving kindness meditation can be a really powerful experience. Yeah, I got a thumbs up there. Be gentle with yourself. Throughout this process, we are going to focus on feelings of love. We're going to be sending them out to different types of people. And sometimes that can be a challenge. Sometimes sending it out maybe to people who've upset us or hurt us in the past can seem difficult. But by doing that, we're healing ourselves. And sometimes the hardest part can be when we have to send that love to ourselves. I remember running a retreat workshop many moons ago at a place called Llanrydder Waterfall. And we did what basically was the loving kindness meditation broken into 3 steps. With it was more ritualized, so it involved lighting candles. We wrote lit a candle and sent love as a group to people that we all knew. Then we did it to people who'd hurt us or made us angry, that we didn't like. And then we had to do it for ourselves. And the hardest one for that group that time to do was when it came to lighting that candle for themselves. That was when the emotions came up. That's when it became really difficult for them. And so just be aware that, yeah, but it's a good feeling. Sometimes there will be tears with a loving kindness meditation, and that's okay, because that's healing. It's cathartic. It's allowing release. We send that love out into the world to benefit the world, but in sending it out to the world, we are part of that world. So we are also sending it out to ourselves. So have a fidget, get comfortable, put the slight silliness of the last exercise behind us. And in a moment, I'll ask you to take a nice deep breath in. When you do that, try not to yawn. And as you breathe out, just allow your eyes to close in the time that you need to take to relax into this final meditation today. Breathing in. Hold it. And as you breathe out, just gently allowing your eyes to close and relax, and just go within. And just follow your breath for a moment. Nothing else. Pick that point where you can feel the cool air coming in through the nostrils. Just focus your awareness on that point. And with every in and out breath, you can begin to relax, to focus within. And you'll notice that between each breath there's a pause, there's a stillness. Just be aware of that stillness. Put your attention on that stillness. And now as you breathe and continue to relax, allow that sense of stillness to spin and flow within you. That's right. And I want you to just begin to think of love. And I want you to, there's a love we have for our friends, families, pets. But there's that bigger love, that greater love. For some, that is a divine love, the love of God or a goddess for people. Or it may be the example of love as we see from the sun. The sun radiates its light, its warmth, and all that benefits us every day. It emerges at dawn and it shines that light and that love down to us. And then in the evening it sets, and there's always that promise it keeps, that we can trust that it will be back the next day. What greater sign of love to give all that is and yet expect nothing back. It does not judge, does not condemn. It just shares and gives that love, that light, that warmth, unconditionally. I want you to think about that kind of love. Unconditional. Some say it is the very energy of the universe. Some say that unconditional love is God. However you relate to, however you understand that love now. And as you're thinking about that love, I want you to become aware of where you feel that resonating within you. Is there a specific place? Is it in your center? Is it in your heart? Or is it just around the body or the whole body? Wherever that is, I want you to give it a color, whatever color that is for you that represents that love. And I want you to imagine that love, whatever color you've given it, is like a light and an energy. And I want you to start spinning that light and energy within you, round and round, up and down round your center, until it picks up a speed and a momentum where you do not have to think about this. That love just flows. Now. I want you to imagine, as that love's flowing and spinning within you, that you're in a room. In that room are your family, friends, whoever it is that means the most to you. And as that light and that love spins faster and faster within you, it starts radiating out into that space around you and bathing those people that mean the most to you in that love and that light. Just be with that now, sending that love and light out to those people. Imagine it reaching out and touching every part of their life as a blessing. That light returns to you, spinning and flowing within you. And those people fade from the room. And next, people that you kind of don't know them, but you see them around, or they're acquaintances, people that work in local shops whose names you maybe don't know. You might not even have faces for all those people, but just imagine a collective group of people that represents the kind of recognized strangers in our lives. Allow that light, that love to spin and flow faster within you again, radiating out into that room and bathing those known strangers in that love and that light. Could be neighbors, could be the postman, could be anyone that kind of falls into that known strangers. Bathing them in that light. Sending it out like a blessing, touching every part of their lives. That love and that light. Filling that room, filling their lives, and blessing them with that light and love. And now just returning that back to the self. And those people fade from the room, and next in the room appears people who've crossed you, people who've made you angry or have hurt you, people who've done things that you have perceived to be a slight or against you. then you're safe in that room with them, but just spin that love and that light within you and radiate it out into the room. It's unconditional. Send it out. See the room and that person or people and their lives filled with that love and light. And in the middle of that love and light, try to find that old anger, try to find that old dislike or hate. Find you cannot. Just sending that love and light out. That's it. And then bringing that love and light back in, spinning it around within you, keeping it flowing as those people fade. And you just become aware of the entire world. All people, all places, all existences, all life. And that light and that love spins and flows within you and radiates out, illuminating the whole world. Illuminating that whole world with the love and light. It flows through you and from you and back to you. All beings, all existences, all life, on land, on sea and in the air, blessed by that unconditional love. It's like air, no one escapes it. Touches the lives of everyone. And then that returns back to you, spinning that love and that light within you. As there in that room with you, out of the corner, out of the shadows, appears yourself. Just you. Wonderfully, perfectly just you. And spin that light and that love one more time, allowing it to flow and radiate out from you, out into that room, bathing the other you in that love and that light, sending that love unconditionally to you. Accepting unconditionally you. Loving unconditionally you. Breathe that in. Allow it to touch every aspect of your past, your present and your future. Now in this moment. And then bringing that light and that love spinning within. Walk up to that other you and just embrace that other you and draw that other you inside. As that light and love, that spinning, centers down into a ball of light. Ball of light, maybe about the size of a golf ball, maybe. Whatever color that is for you. Just place it in your heart, knowing that that unconditional love spins and flows within you always, and you do not have to think about it. Just allow it to be. And in a moment, I'll count from 1 to 10. 1 is where you are now. 10 can be back here, back now. relaxed, ready to embrace the rest of the day and have a wonderful week. Remembering those exercises to practice and carrying that love unconditionally within you. That's 1, coming back to everyday awareness. Number 2, wiggle your toes and your fingers, just coming back. 3, feel a whoosh of energy from the tips of the toes to the top of the head. 4, 5, take a nice deep breath in. Have a bit of a fidget, bring yourself back. 6, 7, maybe or maybe not, you feel like opening your eyes and feeling good now, or maybe you'll wait till 9, and in a moment, 10, back here, back now. Open your eyes, have a stretch, ready to embrace the rest of the week.